The story begins with a young British man named Billy, who is living alone in Thailand, far away from his family. Billy is a boxer who spends his days fighting dangerous Muay Thai matches in local arenas. Before every fight, a local Thai boy helps him by applying body oil, wrapping his hands with bandages, and getting him ready for the ring. One day, during an intense match, Billy gets knocked out before the fight is over. The referee immediately declares his opponent the winner. Furious over the decision, Billy completely loses control. He starts attacking everyone around him, the referee, his opponent, and anyone who tries to stop him. Eventually, several people manage to drag him away from the ring before the situation gets even worse. But boxing isn't Billy's only problem. While living in Thailand, he has fallen into drug addiction. He becomes addicted to yaba, a powerful stimulant, and at night he visits clubs trying to sell it to other people. One morning, loud banging on his apartment door wakes him up. Billy instantly realizes that the police have arrived. Panicking, he rushes to hide the drugs. He wraps the yaba inside a small bag and hides it inside his underwear. Moments later, the police break down the door and storm inside with guns drawn. Billy tries to fight back, but he is quickly overpowered and thrown into a police truck. Although he is arrested, Billy cleverly manages to flush the hidden bag of yaba down a toilet before the officers can find it. However, the police still charge him with illegally possessing a firearm. Soon afterward, the court sentences Billy to prison. He is loaded onto a prison transport bus and taken to one of Thailand's most notorious prisons. As soon as he arrives, the guards order every new prisoner to remove their clothes. Each inmate is thoroughly searched for hidden weapons, drugs, or signs of disease. Billy receives even harsher treatment simply because he looks different from everyone else. His photograph is taken, his hair is shaved off, his beard is removed, and he is forced to wear prison clothing. Finally, the guards lead him into an overcrowded prison cell packed with inmates. Billy's terrifying journey inside a Thai prison has officially begun. From the very first day, Billy experiences the brutal reality of prison life. The inmates constantly mock him simply because he is different. Among them, he notices a transgender prisoner named Tiffany, who seems less threatening than the others. Exhausted, Billy lies down near Tiffany. Tiffany quietly tells him, "I have exactly what you're looking for, but you'll have to give me something in return." She is talking about yaba, the drug Billy has become addicted to. Meanwhile, a prison officer gathers all the inmates and warns them that anyone caught gambling or using drugs will face severe punishment. Life inside the prison is miserable. The cells are so overcrowded that prisoners have no choice but to sleep tightly packed together on the floor. Even getting a bottle of drinking water becomes a struggle, as inmates push and shove each other to reach the taps. One day, Billy refuses to give his water to another prisoner, and a fight breaks out. The guards immediately intervene and punish both men. As punishment, Billy is locked inside a tiny iron cage. It is so small that he cannot even stand upright. During the day, the metal cage becomes unbearably hot under the blazing sun, turning into something like an oven. After some time, Billy is transferred to another cell. This new cell is controlled by a dangerous tattooed gang feared throughout the prison. Their leader, King, takes a particular interest in Billy. Since Billy is a foreigner with pale skin, the gang finds him strange and fascinating. They touch him, laugh at him, and mock his appearance. Billy tries to stop them, but they continue harassing him. When King asks about his background, Billy quietly admits that he has no money, no family with him, and that he came to Thailand alone to learn Muay Thai. He explains that he ended up in prison because of yaba. The gang laughs at his pale skin and orders him to prove he's really a fighter by doing 20 push-ups. Although Billy refuses at first, he is eventually forced to obey. As he performs the push-ups, several gang members begin touching him inappropriately. Humiliated and frightened, Billy quickly pulls himself away and sits silently in a corner. Soon he notices another inmate in the cell who refuses to respect King's gang. A violent argument breaks out between them. That night, King's men attack Billy. They attempt to assault him, but he desperately fights back. Since Billy refuses to submit, they beat him mercilessly. One gang member then pulls out a knife, forcing Billy to stay silent while they brutally assault the other prisoner who had challenged their authority. Billy watches the horrifying incident helplessly. Before leaving, the man holding the knife threatens him. "If you tell anyone what happened tonight, you are dead." Shaking uncontrollably, Billy lies on the floor, trying to calm himself. Tears stream down his face as fear completely overwhelms him. The next morning, the prison learns that the prisoner assaulted during the night has died. One of King's gang members keeps staring at Billy with threatening eyes, silently reminding him to keep his mouth shut. A few days later, Billy visits the prison medical office to ask for some basic medicine. He notices that every other inmate receives treatment for free, but when it's his turn, the officer tells him that he must pay if he wants any medication. The unfair treatment fills Billy with rage. Without thinking, he attacks the officer. Other guards rush in to stop him, but Billy refuses to let go. In a desperate burst of anger, he even bites the officer on the neck while screaming wildly at everyone around him. Eventually, several guards overpower him, throw him to the ground, and beat him severely. As punishment, Billy is placed under strict security. From that day forward, whenever he leaves his cell, his hands and feet are chained. As the days pass, Billy slowly begins adapting to the harsh life inside prison. One day, the inmates notice a group of female prisoners passing near their block. Among them is a woman named Fame, who secretly sells cigarettes to other prisoners. Billy starts talking to her. He honestly tells her that he has no money and no one to support him. Then he asks if she could lend him a few cigarettes, promising that he will repay her someday. Feeling sorry for him, Fame gives Billy an entire pack of cigarettes. Grateful for her kindness, Billy later trades those cigarettes with Kang's gang in exchange for yaba, slipping back into his drug addiction once again. Not long afterward, Billy notices Kang's men shaving another prisoner's head to reveal the terrifying tattoos covering his scalp. They also remove the blades from the ceiling fans, making it obvious that they are planning something dangerous. That night, Billy suddenly wakes up to loud alarms echoing throughout the prison. Guards begin striking the iron bars with their batons as an emergency inspection is announced. The guards question Kang about the missing fan blades, but he calmly denies knowing anything. All the prisoners are taken outside into the open yard. Only then does Billy discover the reason for the inspection. 3 prison guards have been found murdered. Every inmate is searched thoroughly. At first, nothing suspicious is found on Billy. But then a sniffer dog suddenly begins barking and scratching at his shirt. A guard tears open Billy's shirt and discovers a hidden bag of yaba. Billy is horrified. He desperately insists that the drugs are not his and that he knows nothing about them. Since he is still new to the prison, he begs the guards to believe him. Meanwhile, one of Kang's closest men quietly tells Billy to admit the drugs are his, claiming it will save him from worse consequences. Billy refuses. To make an example of everyone, the guards drag Kang's trusted lieutenant away because he keeps interrupting the investigation. They brutally torture him near a microphone, broadcasting his screams throughout the prison over loudspeakers. Every prisoner is forced to listen as the man cries in unbearable pain and begs for mercy. Kang remains completely silent, forced to endure the humiliation of hearing one of his own men suffer without being able to help him. The next morning, Billy stands in line at the prison cafeteria. While waiting for food, he notices a heated argument between several prison guards and the kitchen staff. Curious, Billy walks closer to see what's happening. One of the guards immediately snaps at him. "Mind your own business, white boy." Moments later, another guard secretly takes advantage of Billy's vulnerable situation. He slips a small bag of yaba into Billy's hands. When other prisoners try to steal it, a fight breaks out. Since Billy has no money to repay the guard, the officer offers him a deal. "You say you're a fighter? Then do something for me." The guard orders Billy to brutally beat one of the cooks who had argued with him earlier. Billy doesn't want to hurt the man, but with no other choice, he attacks the cook with all the anger bottled up inside him. He punches him so violently that the guard himself becomes alarmed. "I didn't tell you to kill him," the guard shouts. "You're going to beat him to death." Billy's life continues to spiral downward. His addiction grows stronger, and the loneliness of prison begins crushing him from the inside. Every day feels like a battle just to survive. Then, one day, the young boy who used to help Billy prepare for boxing matches outside prison comes to visit him. The boy smiles sadly and says, "It hurts to see you like this." Billy can barely look at him. Broken, exhausted, and defeated, he simply listens as the boy tells him that he recently fought another Muay Thai match and won. Those words hit Billy harder than any punch. Unable to hold back his emotions, he bursts into tears. The boy also struggles to hide his sadness. There is nothing he can do except say goodbye before leaving the prison. After the visit, Billy reaches a turning point. He realizes that if he wants to survive, he must return to the one thing he truly knows: boxing. Determined to change his life, Billy begins training again. Around the same time, he witnesses an argument breaking out among Kang's own gang members. Their internal conflict threatens to divide the group, but Kang steps forward and delivers an inspiring speech, reminding everyone to stay united instead of fighting each other. Billy quietly listens. For the first time, he feels inspired. He promises himself that he will make a comeback through boxing. With renewed determination, Billy heads to the prison boxing gym. Unfortunately, the trainer refuses to let him enter. Billy pleads repeatedly, but the trainer remains firm. Desperate, Billy visits Fame once again. He apologizes for never repaying the cigarettes she had given him earlier. Even so, he asks her for one more pack, promising that this time he will definitely return the favor. Reluctantly, Fame agrees. Billy takes the cigarettes to the boxing trainer, who accepts them as payment and finally allows him into the gym. Wearing boxing gloves once again after such a long time, Billy begins shadowboxing. The trainer watches silently. Within moments, he realizes that despite everything Billy has gone through, the young man still possesses exceptional boxing technique. To test him properly, the trainer sends Billy into the ring against another fighter. Months of drug abuse, poor nutrition, and prison life have left Billy weak and exhausted. His stamina is nowhere near what it used to be. But he refuses to quit. He fights with every ounce of strength he has left. Watching his determination, the trainer finally understands that Billy still has the heart of a true fighter. Later that evening, Billy returns to his cell. Kang calls him over and asks, "I heard you've started boxing again." There is no mockery in Kang's voice this time. Instead, he looks at Billy with a newfound respect. He admires the fact that Billy is trying to leave drugs behind and rebuild his life through the sport he loves. From then on, Billy throws every bit of his pain, anger, and frustration into training. Every punch he lands echoes through the gym. He screams while hitting the heavy bag, releasing the emotions that have been trapped inside him for months. The other prisoners often stop and watch him in silence, amazed by his determination. Back in the cell, Billy notices the inmates gambling by making two fish fight each other. On impulse, he places a bet on one of the fish. Against all odds, his fish wins. However, the man running the bet refuses to pay. Instead, he smashes a bottle, points the broken glass at Billy, and threatens to kill him if he keeps asking for his winnings. Kang steps in immediately. He doesn't tolerate cheating. He orders the man to pay Billy everything he has won. Grateful, Billy thanks Kang for standing up for him. The cigarettes he wins are the first thing he takes to fame. By returning them, he finally repays the debt he has owed her for so long. While talking, Billy finally tells her the truth. I lied before, he admits. I do have a family, a father and a brother. They just don't know I'm in prison. Fame also opens up about her past. She reveals that she is in prison because she killed her own father after years of watching him abuse both her and her mother. Billy comforts her as she breaks down in tears. Sharing their painful memories brings them closer together, and before long, the two begin developing genuine feelings for each other. Meanwhile, Billy's boxing skills continue improving every day. His training partner pushes him harder with each session, while his coach introduces him to the techniques of Muay Thai. The coach explains that Muay Thai is not just about throwing punches. It's about balance, timing, and power, he says. He teaches Billy how to generate force through powerful kicks, explaining that proper kicking technique is one of the most important parts of the sport. Billy also works on increasing the speed of his punches and sharpening his combinations. One day, during a sparring match, Billy faces another skilled fighter. The two exchange heavy punches and devastating kicks. Eventually, Billy is knocked to the canvas. Despite the defeat, the coach smiles. You've improved enough, he tells Billy. You're ready for your first official fight. Billy steps onto the scale for the weigh-in. Across from him stands his opponent, who stares directly into his eyes, trying to intimidate him. Billy refuses to look away. When the opponent suddenly shoves him, Billy instantly lunges forward, ready to fight then and there. The referee quickly separates the two before things get out of control. Billy's journey back to becoming a fighter has officially begun. Fight night finally arrives. As Billy walks toward the ring, the atmosphere inside the prison is electric. The inmates gather around, eager to watch the match. Among them is Fame, serving as one of the ring girls, and her presence gives Billy a quiet sense of confidence. The bell rings, and the fight begins. Both fighters come out aggressively, exchanging powerful punches and crushing kicks. Round after round, neither man is willing to back down. By the fourth round, Billy is completely exhausted. His body is running out of energy, but his determination keeps him standing. He continues throwing punches and powerful kicks, eventually knocking his opponent to the canvas. To everyone's surprise, the opponent gets back up. The battle continues. Billy refuses to give up. He traps his opponent in the corner of the ring and unleashes a relentless combination of strikes until the referee finally steps in. His opponent collapses, unconscious. Billy wins. The entire arena erupts with cheers. For the first time since entering prison, Billy isn't seen as an outsider anymore. He looks toward the prison warden, bows respectfully, and thanks him for giving him a second chance. After the match, Billy celebrates with the other prisoners. He laughs, jokes around, and slowly becomes accepted as part of the prison community. The warden is deeply impressed by Billy's talent and discipline. As a reward, he transfers Billy to the prison's boxing team cell, where he receives better food, improved living conditions, and far more time to train. Soon afterward, the warden approaches Billy with an incredible opportunity. He tells him that the prison wants him to represent them in the National Muay Thai tournament, which will be held at another prison. Billy happily accepts. It is a historic moment, as he will become the first foreign prisoner ever chosen to compete in the tournament. Before leaving, the warden hands Billy a letter from his father. Billy thanks him sincerely and walks away with tears in his eyes. When the guards arrive to transfer Billy to the boxing team's cell, Kang's men gather to say goodbye. One of Kang's closest friends hugs Billy and wishes him luck. It is an emotional farewell. In his new cell, Billy finally sits down and opens his father's letter. As part of welcoming him into the boxing team, the other fighters give Billy a traditional prison tattoo around his waist. Using handmade needles, they carefully tattoo his skin while chanting prayers. The process is incredibly painful, yet Billy never asks them to stop. When the tattoo is finished, all the boxers bow their heads and recite a blessing together. Billy's training becomes even more intense after joining the prison boxing team. Every day, he watches the experienced fighters practicing powerful Muay Thai kicks under the guidance of their coach. When it's Billy's turn, he struggles to match their technique. His kicks lack both balance and power. The trainer patiently corrects him. He explains that a proper Muay Thai kick comes from rotating the upper body, shifting the hips, and transferring the body's full momentum into the strike. Billy practices over and over again. With each attempt, his technique improves, and the other boxers begin encouraging him. Outside the gym, Billy spends every chance he gets with Fame. Their friendship grows stronger, and they begin to fall deeply in love. However, everything changes one day. Billy sees Fame talking intimately with another man. His heart shatters. Consumed by jealousy and betrayal, he completely loses control. He rushes toward the cage, trying to attack the man. The guards quickly stop him, but the emotional damage is already done. Feeling broken and humiliated, Billy falls back into his old habits. He starts buying yaba from Kang's gang once again. The drugs fuel his anger, making him increasingly aggressive. During one training session, Billy completely loses his temper. He knocks his sparring partner to the ground and continues punching him long after the fight should have ended. The guards immediately pull him away and place him in solitary confinement. Alone inside the small cell, Billy vents his frustration by doing endless push-ups, punching the walls, and staring at a devil sketch drawn on the concrete. Days pass. He continues exercising in complete isolation, determined not to let himself fall apart. Eventually, Billy is allowed to return to the boxing team. The fighter he attacked immediately charges at him, still furious over what happened. The other prisoners quickly separate the two men. Billy looks him in the eyes and sincerely says, "I'm sorry. I made a mistake. I shouldn't have attacked you." At first, the boxer refuses to listen. But after seeing Billy's genuine regret, he finally forgives him. Relieved, Billy throws himself back into training. This time, he focuses entirely on improving his weaknesses. The coach teaches him advanced Muay Thai techniques, including a devastating spinning elbow strike. He explains that Billy must use one arm to block his opponent while rotating his body and driving the elbow with maximum force. Billy repeats the movement hundreds of times until it becomes second nature. Meanwhile, another problem begins closing in. Billy still owes money to Keng's gang for the yaba he recently bought. One day, they surround him inside the prison. They knock him to the ground while several men pin him down. Another prisoner threatens him with a sharp needle. Keng gives Billy a terrifying warning. "If you lose the tournament, your life is over." Billy is deeply shaken. Now, he isn't just fighting for victory. He's fighting for his survival. As the tournament draws closer, Billy pushes himself harder than ever during training. But one day, in the middle of a workout, he suddenly feels a sharp pain in his stomach. He rushes to the bathroom and begins vomiting. The prison doctor examines him and delivers devastating news. Years of drug addiction, combined with the countless injuries he has suffered in boxing, have caused serious internal damage. If he takes another heavy blow, the consequences could be life-threatening. Despite the warning, Billy refuses to quit. He knows this tournament is his only chance to change his life. Ignoring the pain, he continues training every single day. Finally, the day of the tournament arrives. Billy and the other prison boxers are loaded into a transport truck and driven to another prison where the National Muay Thai tournament is being held. As the truck travels through Thailand, Billy quietly looks out of the small window at the mountains and countryside passing by. For a brief moment, he feels a sense of freedom. When they arrive, Billy walks toward the preparation area. As he passes the arena, he hears the cheers of the crowd echoing through the prison. Before the fight begins, he is placed alone inside a holding cell. Sitting there in silence, Billy reflects on everything he has been through: his addiction, the violence, the loneliness, and the pain that nearly destroyed him. Soon, the sound of the boxing bell echoes through the prison. It is time. Billy slowly walks toward the ring while prisoners stand outside their cells, silently watching him. Before the fight begins, both fighters perform the traditional Muay Thai Vaikri ritual, showing respect to their teachers and the sport. Then the bell rings. The championship fight begins. Billy starts the match brilliantly. He blocks nearly every attack and Billy regains consciousness in a hospital bed. His entire body aches from the brutal fight. He notices that one of his legs is chained to the bed, and a police officer is standing nearby to guard him. A nurse enters the room, and Billy quietly tells her that he needs to use the restroom. She escorts him to the bathroom while the officer keeps watch. Moments later, the nurse is called away for a brief moment. Seeing an opportunity, Billy slips quietly behind the distracted officer and makes his escape. He rushes into an elevator, avoids another guard stationed near the entrance, and manages to sneak out of the hospital. Outside, he simply keeps walking. With nowhere to go, Billy wanders through the streets of Thailand. Eventually, he reaches an abandoned railway line near a poor neighborhood. Standing there alone, he reflects on everything that has happened. He wonders how his life has fallen so far. Far from home, trapped in a foreign country, addicted to drugs, and carrying both physical and emotional scars, he begins questioning whether there is any place left for him in this world. For a brief moment, he considers running away forever. But after thinking it through, Billy changes his mind. Instead of fleeing, he chooses to face the consequences of his actions. He turns around and walks back to the hospital. Once he has fully recovered from his injuries, the authorities transfer him back to prison. Sometime later, the guards tell Billy that he has a visitor. To his surprise, it is his father. After so many years, father and son finally meet again. The emotional reunion reminds Billy that, despite everything he has been through, he is not completely alone. It becomes one of the most powerful moments of his journey. Billy's journey inside the Thai prison eventually comes to an end, but the lessons he learns stay with him forever. The story you're watching is based on the true life of Billy Murray, a British boxer who survived one of Thailand's most dangerous prisons. Through unimaginable violence, addiction, fear, and isolation, he found a way to rebuild himself, not by running from his past, but by facing it head-on. An interesting fact about the film is that the actor who plays Billy's father is the real-life Billy Murray himself, making the emotional reunion even more meaningful. A few years later, the King of Thailand granted Billy a royal pardon, allowing him to leave prison and return to a new life. But Billy didn't waste his second chance. Instead of falling back into addiction, he dedicated his life to helping people who were struggling with drug abuse. Using his own painful experiences as inspiration, he began supporting addicts on their road to recovery, proving that no matter how dark life becomes, redemption is always possible. Billy's story is not just about prison or fighting. It is a story of survival. A story of pain, courage, discipline, and hope. It reminds us that even after losing everything, a person can still rise again one decision, one punch, and one day at a time.